What is up, guys?
Hello.
Oh, I had a heart attack. That was so scary.
It was so spooky.
So spooky. So spooky.
Welcome to the Scary Corner. And I have these awesome special guests and co-hosts and hostess of hostess. Let's start this off with the homie from the bottom all the way to the top. Give it up for the homie Bass.
Yo, what up? What up?
Look at that power bottom.
I lift, just to let you guys know.
Also, don't get up for your favorite cousin Neo.
Hello. I'm Barry today.
And also, give it up for the world-renowned Star Fox player. Give it up for the Hitman. Hell yeah. I am El Zombie. And today we have a special guest. He is Kyle from Heavy Arm Tactics.
Hello, how's it going?
Kairu.
Hello.
Say
Hello.
Kyle.
Wow.
So Kyle, tell me about your Instagram, what could they find there?
So pretty much, you will be finding a lot of firearm contents. I do firearm drills, go out to the range, shoot, and take pictures of my collections and start working on them, customizing them, and like a lot of good firearm content. Or just me shooting a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah, so you can see a lot of pew action on there. You go to Heavy Arm Tactics on Instagram. It's a good shot. And he also does the time, seconds. He goes, so if you're into all of that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And before we get into our review, guys, come on, man, hit me up. We got the merch. The Hitman and the Zombie merch is out. Already, we got
baseball teams are sick.
We got 3 people.
Fantastic.
Thank you, sirs.
It really forms the body,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It, really
It holds the curvature and it bounces you out when you walk down the street.
Cool. It keeps your eye off the game, off the ball.
So yeah, it's only $12.99. So come on, guys, support your boys.
Or $2 payment plan.
And like I said, whatever we get from this, it goes back for you guys, like contests and giveaways and all that good stuff.
Well, I thought it was for our vacation in Bora Bora.
Or
That's if we sell it.
or your sandals retreat. All right, guys, I was gonna show you this little montage, and oh yeah, I forgot what we're here for. Today we're reviewing episode 1 of Resident Evil. The Netflix series.
It's really scary, you guys.
We got crazy walker. Zeros that they like to call them.
Yeah. I forgot about that too.
We got the Zeros walking around now.
It's cool that the whole world gathered together and was like, yo, let's call them zeros.
Right.
No more zombies. Just call them zeros.
They're like, man, the Walking Dead have the walkers. Let's put a cool name on them. Let's call them
Well,
zeros.
because on Plenty of Fish, you could rate them, right? Like 0 to 10.
Well, how about that is a good question.
I wonder if they're going to encounter like a 7 and be like, damn.
If you could come up with another name for the zombie, since you can't use that name, what name would you give to the undead?
Going cross platforms is just whatever you
Like
want.
in general, or
If you had to come up with a name.
All right, let's go Red Robin. How about you, Hitman? What will you name him?
Dude, Vitality. What's the word I'm looking for?
Dead people?
Impaired. Vitality impaired. There we go.
Vitality impaired.
Vitality impaired.
How about you, Bass? What do you call him?
the undead. You know, I just go basic. You know,
There you go.
just so you understand the concept.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's the thing. I'm not
that's
even
a zero
sure.
over there.
I'm not even sure if you're allowed to use that term because they can't use zombies. That's a universal term, I believe.
Yeah.
And walkers is obviously
Walking Dead.
Yeah, the
yeah.
Walking Dead.
You can't call them skinwalkers either because that's
can't-
like Fear the Walking Dead.
Right.
So that's actually really tough.
What you cousin? What do you call them?
Uglies. I don't know. It's just ugly down the street.
The uglies are coming.
You should a real person. They just happen not to be so good looking. Oops,
Oops, sorry.
sorry. I have standards.
How about you, Kyle?
I honestly, man, probably biters. That's the only thing I can
Oh,
think
biters.
of.
That's a good
biters.
one.
That's the only thing I can think of. I was gonna call them daywalkers. I'm like, wait, they're not vampires. There's no vampire.
Blade comes out.
Yeah. Cue in the techno.
Yeah. I'm like, well, this is something different.
Yeah, no, biters is a good name actually.
Like, that's what I can think of. Honestly, God, biters.
If I had a name, I would call them gut eaters.
Gut.
Oh yeah,
Gut
that's
eaters.
pretty
good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's what they're always walking around saying, intestines.
Yeah, see, he got the right idea. Intestines is pretty good.
Intestines are
we just call them contracts.
But gut eaters is a little bit too long. Just imagine you're in the paint and everything. They're coming by.
The gut eaters are coming.
It's like, what happened? What got you? You didn't get.
He said he was gushing.
It was Gus. Son of a bitch!
He lost Gus.
He ate all of your guts.
Oh, can we get a link on the YouTube comments for Kyle's channel?
Yeah, of course. We're gonna plug everything at the end.
Oh, okay.
So, guys, I'm gonna share with you a little quick montage that I composed of
zombies home movies. Huh? Yeah.
This
a
is
little spicy. Get your popcorns.
Been waiting to drop this.
Just give me a second to set this up.
Any old excuse.
Eventually.
This is me by the pool.
Remember that box?
Rain.
There we go.
Oh, you made that? That's pretty cool.
That's really cool. Somebody.
No, it was Hitman. So here we go, guys. Hope you guys enjoy.
Very nice.
Oh, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool, man.
I didn't know we were going to be showing the whole episode of Resident Evil. Like,
that was me and Kyle dressed as Umbrella Corps soldiers in the 15th anniversary of Resident Evil.
Out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we met Paul Anderson and who's the other guy?
Alice was there too.
Yeah,
wow. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So we got to meet the world-renowned train wrecker of films that we love.
Yeah. Did you tell him you loved Mortal Kombat?
He started from Mortal Kombat to Resident Evil. So that was the homie. So yeah, we got a poster with him and this and that. We were doing security.
Mm-hmm.
By the time I got there, they guys already did the photo ops with everybody else, as you saw in the beginning.
Did any gut eaters show up?
There was actually a little kid, or was it a girl, Kyle, that was dressed as Nemesis?
Yeah, it was like a little girl dressed up as Nemesis. I'm like, yo, that's pretty cool.
That's creepy, man. That's crazy.
Wait, how tall was she?
She had the whole face paint, to the T, man.
She like 4 feet.
It was pretty cool though. Honestly, it was actually pretty cool.
Oh, and you get a picture of that.
They came up. They were like, "Oh my god, I love your stars."
Yeah, deep voice and everything.
So she got it down like a voice modulator. They're like, "Oh wow!" Then we did have a couple of zombies there.
Yeah, it was cool. It was a fun event, and then meeting the director and the producer. I forgot the the names, but they were pretty cool. They were humble, they appreciated like the fans, so it was nice.
Nice.
And we got there was a Q&A in the with all of them. But anyways, I was reminiscing.
Not a single zero in sight.
No.
Not only that, as you can see, Kyle has been definitely our Resident Evil super fan, because he was part of that crew of. Tell him about that crew that was formed.
So that crew, I'm no longer with them. I left back in 2016. They're called the USS LA. It's pretty much Umbrella Security Service Los Angeles branch. So the cool thing about this cosplay group is there's different parts. There's Phoenix, Arizona branch. There was Dallas, and there's all different types of branches. But our team lead, his name is Javi. He coordinated with them. He's like, oh hey, how are you guys over there in Texas, or how are you guys over there in Arizona? So I thought that was cool. Unfortunately, we didn't get to travel to all be meet up and get to know each other and have one big umbrella cosplay group because everyone started going their own ways. But it's cool because they did fundraisers. We did events, and it was legit. It was nice,
And also they did Comic Cons and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Ironically, all the meetups were canceled due to a virus.
Honestly, yeah, let's go with that. Yeah. Yeah, it was a good group. I missed them.
I am in a topless club. That's also
virus.
So yeah, it was a cool club that I was able to join for a couple of hours at least.
Yeah. They were happy to have you join us. Oh yeah, your friend's really cool. So I think after that, that's when
that's where everything went down shithole.
Yeah, that's when we all kind of started leaving one by one.
As soon as you joined, wow.
I know. As soon as I came in, I just read everything.
That's not the case, bro.
Shit.
No, that's not the case. I promise you that, brother. That is not the case. It's more of people just kind of grew up and started moving on.
Unfortunately, we haven't, so that's why we're still here.
Yeah.
So big Resident Evil guys. So you for sure love this show. We're gonna get right into it.
Should we give initial thoughts? Everybody's.
We're gonna get into.
How about sum it up in one word first? Your first impression.
First impressions. Ay caramba.
Ay caramba.
Hitman.
Ay caramba.
Show.
I think I'd say interesting? Question mark.
Kyle.
A big sigh. I'll give my 2 piece into it later as we progress through the podcast. But if I have to give just a word, probably just with a question mark.
Hit it with that large.
Yeah,
yeah. You have the source material right there, and what's up with my Albert Wesker, man? Not being Albert Wesker.
What are you talking? You did the iconic hair flip.
He did the hair flip.
What
the heck?
He was using that. Anyways, that ball filter that's going around.
He flipped it right off.
So guys, let's do a quick retrospect, and then we get into the show.
Sounds good.
So the year was, what year was this?
Pepperidge
Any
Farm
guesses?
remembers.
When was the first game drop?
1990 something.
It was
I think 96.
96 or 98 for PlayStation.
Or did it come out in Japan first and then? Well, yeah. I wonder if it came out in the US maybe a year later.
So the year was December 3rd, 1994. That's when the first PlayStation available in Japan.
Oh, okay.
The following year, in September 1995, that's when it hit statewide. And with that, it was a new console war.
Do you guys remember your first? Because I remember mine. Okay. it was my babysitter. Wait, was it babysitter? How old was I?
Wait, what story? What are we?
I know. We're going
Wait,
into-
5, 8. No, I don't think it was just somebody looking after me or something.
Your
And they had a
console is your
PlayStation.
babysitter? Oh,
And they had a PlayStation. And they're like, oh, here, stay busy. And they tossed me Resident Evil. They tossed me a game. I'm like, oh,
shit.
okay. And they let and for real, the opening intro, it scared me.
Yeah.
Because I never seen something like this before.
Yeah,
It freaked me out. It really legit freaked me out.
It stays with you.
I didn't even. I think I only got in like 30 minutes, and then like I didn't know the controls. I didn't know anything, and yeah, that was when I was a young kid. So that was my first memory of Resident Evil. So,
How about you, Base?
You know what? I didn't start playing Resident Evil till the second one. I was so scared shitless of the first one. Like I didn't have the balls to play till the second one, but I owned it, but didn't play it.
Classic Arnold quote.
classic.
How about you,
You
Hitman?
drop the balls.
What was your first experience with it?
I was at my neighbor's and like we would play racing games and then just like we were just chilling. He was like, I don't know, like 10 years older than me. So I was just a wee little guy.
Wee little fella.
And then I just remember he's like, oh, check this out. He pops it on and it's just like, and I was like, oh, this is cool, but I'm not gonna play it.
Yeah, dude, the intro movie was
Yeah.
scary. Just like, what is this?
And then the sudden look.
Oh, the dogs, man, freaking
And his
running.
mom made
Yeah.
us Jill sandwiches. Not for a while though. Not so.
How about you, Kyle? How you felt? What was your first
Uh,
impression?
honestly, it'll probably be the first Resident Evil for PlayStation. My cousin has, I went over his house, and he was playing it. And the first time playing it, he was fighting the tyrant, the last boss, with only a knife, and he destroyed it. Like
With the little eyeball and stuff? Like,
yeah. And he was fighting on the rooftop. It was like literally at the end of the game. He only had to like kill it, but he ran out of ammo, so he used a knife, and he killed him with the knife. And I was surprised. And I'm like, yo, this game is so cool. I was like, yeah, here. And then he let me play like the first hour, and I had no idea what I was doing. I died by the first zombie. I remember, dude, and when I first saw him, like the zombie, like turning his head, I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm like, yo, I don't know what to do. I started freaking out,
yeah, it was the same. I went to Blockbuster and I told my dad, like, what is this? He's like, I don't know. That's where I ended up renting it, before you could rent games. So for me to be able to pass the game, I had to keep going every other weekend and keep renting it. I didn't have the memory card,
Wow.
that saved my point. Like, man, I gotta wait until Friday to go. That was our daily routine. I mean, every Friday we went to go pick out 3 movies and 2 games.
Right.
That
Those were
was
the
a
times.
ritual. I know. And then I finally, after literally a month, I was able to pass part 1.
Nice, bro. Nice.
Hey, you can still go to Blockbuster. There's one.
Yeah,
It's an organ, right?
it's an organ, right?
Yeah, I think it's an organ.
You can buy all the block drip.
It's funny how when the first time it came out over there in Japan, it's actually named Biohazard.
Yep.
The reason why it's not, the reason why it's not named Biohazard here?
Why?
The reason why is they couldn't trademark it. The heavy metal band under Biohazard had the trademark, and also another gaming company. So,
wow.
so they did an in-house contest so whoever could come up with a cool name for it. So Resident Evil was born because the first game was inside a mansion, so it's a resident and there's evil.
I did not
So
know
that's
that.
how the Resident Evil franchise was
Learn
born.
something new every day. There you go.
So not only that, like what's it, part 1, 2, and 3 are like more puzzle based and scary, and then 4, 5, 6 is more quick action, more over the shoulder shooter, like first person shooters and all that.
And then we
So
see
when
our
they
boy Leon get infected by gamma rays gradually.
Like, I'm dying.
Until it becomes
That's
a
why.
busting good time.
So that's the one with this with the new version RE7 and 8. It went back to the roots, and boy, did they! That freaking thing had nightmares. Was cutting his fingers and shit.
Ah.
Oof.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, our guy's hand did not have a good time in that playthrough.
No, it did not.
So yeah,
Jesus.
man, that's and then after that, of course, it spawned the movies with our old good boy director Paul W. Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
He's funny, like he directed he wrote and directed the first one, and he handed off part 2 and 3 to someone else directing, but it's his script. So then he came back to finish the train wreck himself.
I have to take
I didn't know about
accountability.
that.
Because I got to put the end to this. I got to put
Finish what
in
you
there.
start, you know?
Yep.
Listen to daddy's words.
Yeah,
So
you
if
know,
you wanna-
the first movie was pretty fun though. I enjoyed it,
Yeah, I agree. The first one was actually pretty good. I do agree.
especially with Marilyn Manson leading the soundtrack and stuff.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that, like that's the soundtrack that got me like, what is this? Like I never heard of metal or whatnot.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's where the music came in, you know, like Slipknot, you know.
Wait, then what was your TV
Manson.
made out of?
Huh?
If you never heard of metal, that
Oh,
that soundtrack actually still stays with me. I can memorize most of the music just off the cuff.
it's like it's synonymous. The opening scene to it. You know, you got
You know, thinking back now, it's like he made Event Horizon, so he's capable of making a horror film, which is kind of like
so what happened?
exactly right. So makes you kind of wonder if like maybe the studio was like, hey, you kind of have to don't make it too scary, make it more.
Yeah,
Commercial.
that's true.
At least
True.
that's what it seems like. 'Cause,
But I didn't
yeah,
like in part 2 how they made a Nemesis kind of cartoony, you know.
Yeah, I was about to say because part 2 wasn't that bad. Like the setting of it and all that, it was pretty good.
I remember when the trailer for that second movie came out, I got
Yeah.
really hyped. I was like, "Ooh, this looks," because they showed Jill. was gonna
Stores.
be
It was
there.
like a short and barrel rocket launcher with a Gatling gun.
Something like
Yeah.
that.
That's cool with the little green laser pointer. Like,
Yep.
That's really good.
how can you take a missile straight to the chest and survive? I don't know. Anyways,
Exactly what I was about to say. Like, dude, that guy's tough, man.
I got the soundtrack playlist. I got my Plague Fight from Slipknot, you know, and then the one that really stood out to me was when the umbrella soldiers break through the mansion glass and that song just Seizure of Power comes
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
That's the one where he's like,
What are you
a
talking
wonderful
about?
world,"
Report.
and he sings it all slow.
Yeah.
And I said to myself, right? Iconic.
When the main leader is like, report, he's like, what are you talking about? And Alice just keeps throwing around. Like, what are you talking about? Like, sir,
Yeah.
the defense have been launched. She's like, oh, damn it. She's out of it.
It's
Yeah,
that
yeah.
guy's voice. I'm looking it up.
Report.
Colin Salmon. The
Yeah.
dude's voice is that very deep voice.
Yeah,
Report.
yeah.
Oh, my goodness. We should review the movie instead of this. Anyways,
And unfortunately, the lasers. Oh man, poor dude. Shit.
he's like, stay with me. He's like, the way he says, he goes, oh, shit. He's like,
Yeah.
turn it off. Turn it off. He's typing, I can. It won't let me.
Yep. I do feel if he were to step back like all the way.
Oh my
at the
god, I
back
feel the
door,
same way. Yeah, he took
Yeah,
one.
he would have survived. If he were just to step back all the way to the back, he would have survived. But I get it; it's for the movie, you know.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool death. So
Yeah,
we're glad he didn't.
Okay, imagine that scene where the laser grid on the last Mortal Kombat Annihilation when Cyrax threw the net.
Hey.
Right?
That'd been cool.
that would be cool.
Instead of what was it, dissolve them or whatever it was.
Yeah, it looked like it.
Something like that,
Acid or
yeah.
something.
So yeah, so it spawned, you know, like 6 iterations. You got Resident Evil, then Apocalypse, Extinction, Afterlife, Retribution, the final chapter, and the reboot. that hopefully gets rebooted again. The Welcome to Raccoon City.
Oh my god, there's that many.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
Welcome to Raccoon City was last year, so that was the
Mhm.
newest entry.
Wow.
And then you had
That's a lot.
4 animated movies, which was Infinite Darkness, which was a Netflix 4-episoder, I think it
Mhm.
was.
Yep.
And then Degeneration, Domination, and Vendetta.
Yep.
Wow.
Which were all good.
Exactly.
They were all good.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, and
It's
the
quite a lot,
games,
my guy.
a lot of things to see, and we've seen them all,
Oh
so
yeah.
we could. So yeah, that's our little retrospect into
Wait, can we
the
tap
world.
on Resident Evil 6 on PlayStation or
Yes,
Xbox?
sir.
Have you guys played that?
I have. I
Oh, dude,
played
what'd you
every
think about it?
single. Resident Evil 6 wasn't bad. It's definitely action based for sure, no doubt. It doesn't have that really that horror aspect to it, but it's pretty
Yeah,
good.
we're still going kick ass.
Yeah, it's I think the one that threw me off the most because like you get to play like 3 different parties. You have Chris Redfield and Pierre's Nirvana. I forgot how you pronounce his last name. Then you have Jake and Sherry. Then Leon and Helen or
And
Heather. I forgot her name. I think it was Helen. Is it Helen or
Helena?
is it Helena?
I'm not sure, but I mean that game it totally changed the game with Resident Evil games.
It did. It did. It was cool. Like it had a cool, fun co-op system. I think the one that threw me off the most was Jake and Sherry because you had the hand combat with the zombies or like the bad guys. I'm just like, this is unique. It's weird, but not too bad. So it was good. I mean, overall, I thought it was pretty okay. It wasn't too bad.
And also going back to the movie, was it RE4 Afterlife? I think the fight with Chris and Claire Redfield against Wesker, throws the glasses and the dog's
Yeah.
like, "Arf, arf, arf, arf."
Yeah.
How do
I
they do
still
it, Juan?
play it, man.
How do the dogs do it, Juan?
Arf, arf, arf.
Chills.
So that was my still. And it's funny how I seen a video where it's comparing the one they did in the game and the one over here. Of course, they married it. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty good. Like, to be fair, like the Resident Evil movies, they're not all that bad. It's just more like how you see it in your own.
the
If
one
you're-
that really just go ahead.
I was gonna say
that
if
was
you're
it, yeah.
if you're looking for a Resident Evil movie game adaptation, it's not it. It's a
Yeah, that is true.
it's a Resident Evil franchise on its own.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like people are comparing to the game. Like, no, if you look at it as its own just movie, then yeah, it's not that bad. But if you're gonna compare it to the game, then you're not gonna get the game.
Yeah.
The thing that really pissed me off, dude, that it was RE4, right? The movie. And it ends with this badass cliffhanger where Jill Valentine has a spider in her chest, right? And then they're coming with the army of Umbrella soldiers. Dude.
Oh yeah.
And you're waiting, dude, for next year. And then next year comes. And then it's Resident Evil Retribution. Tell me why the fuck you start the movie with the war already over and you go in reverse. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, you know what? You're not wrong.
That
You're absolutely
infuriating
not
the
wrong about
crap
that.
out of me, dude. I don't want to see what happened already. I want to see just go in there.
Yeah. You're not wrong, honestly, about that.
Totally.
Forgot.
She's in the water already, and then you see like she gets out of the water, and everybody's like going reverse. I was like, in the shots, I was like, why you do that, man? I got so heated in the theaters. I was about to get up and leave, dude. I was so all up in arms.
Ooh.
They were
This
just
is
trying to
the-
subvert expectations. You
I
know,
did
another
so
example of that
weird.
really got me though
Yeah,
was what Spider-Man movie was it? I don't know. Home with the homies. It was one of those.
Homecoming.
Where Aunt May sees him and she's like, "What the? I wanted the next movie to start with her saying,
I
"Up."
know, right?
Gosh, come on." You're like, "Well, what if we stream it though? It's not Disney."
Mhm.
Wait, Juan, or sorry, Zombie. Was that
Sorry.
the movie you're talking about? Is that the 3D one? The fourth one?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
And then it continues to Retribution in the water, and
Okay.
it infuriated the crap out of me. I'm like, why, dude?
I think I stopped after the third one. I think this Extinction, the one with Ashanti.
Yeah, Extinction.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah. That was
Ashanti.
Extinction. That was Extinction.
I'm like, I already started. I gotta finish this. So
Yeah, like honestly, after for me, Resident Evil 1 and 2 were great. After that, it started going downhill for me. That's how I felt, especially like what was it the final chapter? Of
what a
Resident Evil-
letdown too with the war
that was-
too.
Dude, that was
I was like, another
like,
freaking
the way
cliffhanger.
oh dude, like it's just the way they killed off Wesker. I'm like, really? That's how you're gonna kill him off?
Oh yeah, he's like,
Like,
oh,
like dude,
the
come
house
on.
is protecting me. He's like, oh, Wesker, like what? You're fired. And the door comes on down on him. He's like, what the
Yeah, that's why I'm just like, it's exactly how you just end it like that. Okay, totally cool.
So they didn't follow the video game canon where he has multiple bodies. He has like clones or whatever,
I don't even know. I think that's the actual Wesker though.
right? Oh,
Yeah.
So that's why I'm just kind of like, it would have been cool if there was a really good fight scene. Like I don't care if it's a physical or a gun fight scene, but the way they killed them off, I'm like, oh.
Let me drop a door on you.
You're
like,
fired.
And then and it's funny how this unknown, not even real character, Alex, just shows up. He goes, "Just die already." I was like, "What?
I know, yeah, dude. I was like,
Just die already." It was like, and he just stops and he just stops whimpering. I was like, "Okay, the power of suggestion."
yeah, it's just like,
And what else? He has funny lines. You know, when have you guys seen all of them or not really? Or
After the third one.
I can't remember.
I've seen them all.
well, there's a part where he comes out and Alice has clones, I guess.
Yeah.
And then she goes, "Look at you guys, the Trinity of Beaches." I was like, "Damn, savage!" But yeah, man, that's Paul W.S. Anderson's writing all everywhere. And
Yeah.
I was gonna say, could we raise our hand to write the next script and give us all $1 bazillion and we'll make a kick-ass one, please?
Well, I mean, if you look at the first game, right? It's all inside a mansion, right? So if we think of like horror movies that are just like inside an isolated area, Amityville Horror.
But that was the second. That was the reboot, man.
No. But the whole point is, in theory, it technically shouldn't be this hard to adapt.
It should be a haunted house feeling.
Yeah,
right?
a haunted house type of movie, right?
Right.
And you get to cube off places with a lot of jump scares and shit coming out of the ceilings, floors.
Right.
Being caught in a hallway, you have to shoot your
according-
way out or jump off.
Maybe what they should do is, they just need to scale down the movie. First of all, don't spend a lot of money.
Yeah,
Please.
dude.
Just scale it really down. Almost make it like,
They
I
were-
wouldn't say indie, but make it a really small movie and isolate it in a house with the characters we like.
Yeah, and that's what the reboot, Welcome to Raccoon City, tried to do. But man, it was going great, and they just took a shit in the middle of the road, bro.
I would watch
so
that.
you
Yo,
didn't
no
like
comment,
the-
bro.
You know what?
I don't comment on that one.
I
Now
got
that you say that, you know what? Yeah, I think you're right on that. I think you're right.
dude when they. I'm sorry, I don't want to go into
I
the
agree.
whole-
Yeah,
agree.
it's
Doesn't matter how many times it dies.
yeah.
Zombies.
Exactly.
Remember, I forgot
come
which.
back.
If you remember the Saw franchise? There's the one
What's that,
movie
Barry?
where they're all inside the they're inside the house, right?
Yeah.
You guys remember that one? Where there's a group of
Yeah.
them. I think this is
That
the first
was,
time there's a group of
number
them.
2. I
The
believe.
second one
Yeah,
was
I
that there
think
would be
that's-
blood or something
that-
with the needles. Oh, the
Yeah, with
needle
the
pit.
needle.
Oh,
Yeah, the needle
yeah.
pit.
Needle
The
pit.
needle-
Yeah,
but-
yep, that was number 2.
So if you look at same scenario, group of survivors trying to
I'm sorry.
figure out these puzzles, figure out a way out of this mansion.
Yeah.
If you can make that work, you can make a Resident Evil.
Oh no, hands down, yeah.
Yeah.
I think what it is like a lot of directors nowadays, like they want to like,
Just give him,
oh,
give
I
the
want to
keys
do,
that guy,
I want to do
man.
my own version of Resident Evil. I want to do this. I want to see how it will go in like my vision, and and people will like it, and that's not the case, especially the fans, because the fans like us, we just want us like pretty much like it doesn't have to be exact, but something close to the first Resident Evil, and then work your
Yeah.
way up from there.
They might,
Hey,
you know
fuck
what?
that,
I
man.
feel a lot of them because they have zombies. Maybe that word zombie, it makes them have to compare to other
Survival
zombie
horror.
movies that have been made, right?
Yeah,
And how do you make it exciting?
yeah.
Well,
But-
I think every director's out there just trying to, murder 187, Star Wars style.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
They're out to
Because-
make a name for themselves.
But
Yeah,
with
that's true.
with Biohazard Resident Evil, the thing they have spiders, they have dogs, they have worms that we get to see. They have other creatures,
Yeah.
They have to be just zombies. Like
Right,
in
exactly.
the later incarnations, we have the Las Plagas, right?
Yeah.
So we have those with the shit,
Hey, you know how hard animals are to work with, especially worms. You tried directing a worm?
Mutated
By the way,
worms.
that Saw movie I think was called Saw 2 Sawzall.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All Saul.
Well,
Better call
here's a quick question. If anybody comes to mind, if you were to pick any director you would want to tackle this franchise and actually has a good chance of making it successful. All right, yeah. Who would you pick, Zombie?
Oh,
The guy from the fucking Conjuring movies, man.
James Wan.
James Wan, right? Yeah.
Get him in there, bro. Just
All right.
I know he wasn't attached to the third one, but he was attached to the first and second one.
I think
he
I would
directed
pick I think I would pick Jordan Peele. He's really good.
Really?
He's really good
Oh,
with
you know what?
tension. He's really good with
Honestly, yeah.
tension.
Yeah, you
Tension.
know what? You're not wrong. You're not wrong because what was it like? Us was a really good movie. Get Out was a really good movie. I haven't seen Nope yet, but I heard it was really good.
Yeah.
So you got a point there.
I would like to see Tim Burton tackle it.
Hey,
That would be unique.
That'd be all
That'd be unique.
creepy.
Yeah, that would be unique.
Yeah, that would be
Envious frick.
Like he could, he brought Nightmare Before Christmas. That's
that is
Yeah,
true.
life.
That would be unique though, honestly.
and he brought the first Batman to the screen. So I
He
would
did,
love
yeah.
to, give him a chance.
He's a pro. He's a pro.
Knowing
Wait
him,
a minute.
probably-
Wait a minute. That's false, man. That's false. It wasn't directed by Tim Burton, was it?
No, it wasn't, but
The first
that
Batman,
Batman
movie.
was.
Mhm.
We'll get into that. I would love to review it more in depth later on when
Yeah,
the
yeah.
holidays get closer.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that's our love for Resident Evil
Mhm.
and all that craziness and kookiness. Like I said, like if we had the money, man, we would have write a better script and draw from the game. And I don't like how they ended the final chapter too. It was like
It sucked. It sucked.
and the T virus. I mean, what's it called? The green virus. The antidote.
They called it I think the green virus. Yeah, they called it actually something like that. I'm like, this has to stop.
And they killed the Umbrella Corps people. I was like, really? I was like,
Yeah.
all right, whatever.
Yeah.
They're all fired. Everybody dies. Everybody gets
Kind of
flooded.
interesting. A big critique through almost every video game iteration of anything is always like, you got source material. It's right there. You're like, how many times have you seen something that's just strayed so wildly? And it's like, when it hasn't, it's been decent for the most part.
Right.
All right, so hopes up for Mario. Here we go.
Oh, God. It's me, Mario.
I hope they
Me,
call him
Chris Pratt.
Jumpman the whole time.
I mean, zombie Mario.
I
And
would
he's
say.
just plumbing.
Cut fighter.
Yeah.
Back to the director question. I would like a Martin Scorsese version of it.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah. Honestly, yeah.
They're all
They're
gay.
gonna
They'll
start
become-
and go
Oh,
backwards.
They'll
wise
become
guys,
gangsters.
bro.
They're all gangsters
Yeah.
in there.
Maybe start in the 40s, Raccoon City in the 40s,
Hey, maybe.
Yeah, see, I'm coming for you. Ah.
Yeah, wise guy.
You know, I don't like him at all, because I think he's over the top and stupid. But Quentin Tarantino would kind of maybe make an interesting one.
You don't
Oh,
like Quentin
yeah.
Tarantino?
I'm sorry, I know, hot take, but he's
Yeah.
No, it's all good. Like I respect your opinion. Since kind of like people have their favorites and non-favorites. So I know I have a couple people that my friends that don't like.
I don't
Quentin
respect your
Tarantino.
opinion. No.
Yeah.
And speaking of people I don't like, hey, you know what?
So to our one
you
viewer-
you put Quentin in there. You put Scorsese. Hell, you put Spielberg in there.
Oh, you got- you
They're
actually-
professionals.
Yeah.
Either way, it'd be a great.
Oh, you actually have a viewer right now?
Oh, he left. He got scared.
Oh,
We
hey,
yelled
what's
that
the
out.
link? Because I have a whole bunch of people on my Instagram and Discord like, hey, what's the link to this the
Yeah,
podcast?
just go
I'm like,
to the Hitman and the Zombie show on YouTube.
okay, cool.
That's all it is.
All right,
That's all
so
it is.
Here, I'll put the link in the chat. One second.
Yeah, there you go. Put the link on the chat.
Put in after all the zeros.
Put your link in the chat too.
Put the zeros on the chat.
yeah. I don't know. I don't. Yeah, because I know a couple buddies of mine were like, oh, can you send me the link? I'm like, all right, cool. I'll see what I can do.
There it is, bro.
I appreciate that. Yeah. That way.
Wait, that's in private chat though.
Oh, is that a private chat?
Yeah, he's gonna.
Oh
copy
wait, that
and
is a
paste
link
it.
though. That is a link.
That is
Okay.
the link.
Never
You
mind.
can just
Okay.
copy it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. All right, cool. So I'll put it on Discord and then I'll
It's all right.
Also-
We'll edit this sound playing.
it's not good, dude.
Fix it in post.
We put it in post. You know how we do it.
Yeah.
No, we don't edit no more. We do
No,
it straight raw.
No,
We
this is
show the
straight raw.
stress
Yeah,
marks.
Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah.
Fuck it, we're doing it live.
There we go.
We doing it live.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh. Okay.
Report. Report.
Sorry for
hey,
that.
that'd be funny. You see or the same scenario, but he takes off his mask and it's Simo. Give me the report of 19. What was it? Hitman.
Mission report December 7th. Whatever.
She'll be like, what? Oh god.
Neil Bear says hugs and kisses.
Oh,
God, that guy's such a stalker.
I know, right? I bet he smells great though.
He's every I like his apple. I can't stay mad at that.
thank you. Yeah. So, guys, our first impressions on the RE show on Netflix, starting with him.
They mentioned my rating for it a lot throughout the show.
I got it. Ding 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 ding.
Okay.
Dude, I
Subverted
literally spilled my drink.
Wait. He'll get it.
I spilled my drink.
I'm not gonna stick to Lenny. What is their obsession with naming things after raccoons?
I know.
The whole news
That's
is
the
like
you
everyone
knew.
forgot about the old city. But there were a lot of weird inconsistencies.
Yeah.
But I guess they're trying to. The Billie Eilish show looks really fun.
That was actually the first thing I know, right? The music that they're in the show. I was like, oh,
Hell yeah. It's like, techno and syndrome. I was like,
wonder
what
how
the
much they
hell?
paid for all this. How much they paid for this license.
How about you, Basehead?
The show went from hero to zero real quick.
Cousin Neil?
Oh man, the first, other than the music, which was cool, I guess, but it was a pattern I was noticing because the last thing we talked about was Miss Marvel, and the writers, apparently the dialogue that they write for teenagers and the way teenagers act in high school. I don't know about you guys, but I'm like, that's not how teenagers act, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
They're bullies like that. They just straight up like throw a burrito in your face, or their dialogue, the way they talk. I'm like, people don't talk like this. It's so bizarre. Like,
Hey, yo, what's up?
once again, it shows that it actually, I say it's in modern entertainment. This isn't just this show. It's in a lot of recent shows. This is the dialogue that they write. It's not from studying literature. It's from studying TV shows or modern movie. They're like, I think this is how people talk because I've seen it this way in a TV show. It doesn't make any sense. But that was like, yeah, that's my biggest gripe while I was watching this.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I see that
dude.
Principal Skinner meme. It's the children who are
Exactly. Exactly.
How about you, Senor Kyle? What's your first impression?
Nah. So to be fair, I'll tell you this. If it wasn't labeled as Resident Evil, then yes, it would be an interesting show.
Yeah, I agree.
It was like, oh wow, it's cool. Like I think for me, like, the first episode again, it's an introduction, so they're showing like, the moving and all that stuff. The main protagonist girls, like, she despises her dad so much, and it's kind of like okay, so this is like some regular TV teenage show, and then they find out her dad's like a evil scientist, or whatever. It's just, I don't know, man. Like Cousin Neil said, like the way that the teenagers act, and just like the first thing I thought was like, God, I want to go there and beat the shit out of all of them. This is not how they act, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as a joke, of course, you know. But it's I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like it's so kind of like I want to say like fake the way they acting, you know.
Very
It's
fake.
like,
yeah.
yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, there's a
Over the
camera,
top,
act like,
dramatic-y.
Or
yeah,
at least
yeah,
the things that
They're always
goes
on the
on
period
in this
type of thing.
episode, I don't believe.
right,
There's-
exactly.
It's the details I don't believe in stuff. For
Exactly.
example, when we first see our protagonist, she's like wearing makeup and stuff,
Yeah.
and observing these zombies. I'm like, what? Why is she?
Yeah.
Why is she got
She's
makeup
so
on?
did up.
Why-
Even her hair
That's what
got
they're
glued
into.
up.
Why?
Yeah.
Who are you trying to impress? You're
Right.
there observing zombies. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But it's little
Right.
stuff like that's peppered throughout the show, which takes away the believability.
Right,
You just
exactly.
this-
Yeah.
perfect little Jerry curls.
This should encapsulate the feeling of the show.
Well, first of
theme
all, I
song.
don't know about you guys, but I've thrown a burrito in a kid's face. So,
That's the only genuine thing about the episode.
believable.
The song title and the theme song will encapsulate the whole series. The name of the song is called "My Heart Has Teeth and It Wants to Bite You."
Wait, is that the legit title of the song?
The title
Yeah.
of the song.
Wow.
If you go on Spotify, you can see the whole
It's actually
soundtrack is
listed.
there.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, all right then.
So I had it on repeat. I was like, "Did you just hear that right?"
yeah.
My heart has a teeth and it wants
Olivia
to bite
Rodrigo.
you.
Yeah.
And then the thumb with the little, what's it called? EDM in the back.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's pretty much my answer, man. Like to get straightforward to it, if it wasn't, the title was labeled as Resident Evil, I think it would be a pretty interesting, pretty good show, right? But
Pretty good show. Pretty good show.
you know, it's to be modest, it's not that bad. You know, I'm pretty sure it's much worse. You know, video game, TV shows, or movies out there are much worse than this. So, I think it's, I have to give like, a 1 out of 5, like maybe a 2.5, like middle ground, For the first
name
episode.
Resident Evil carries a lot of weight.
It does, man.
Let's get into the show. So, guys, we see the thing that between the Disney Plus shows, the Marvel shows, and this, it's fucking annoying. I hate when they go back and forth.
Yes.
Stop
you.
it. Stop it.
Time travel.
Yeah, it's
Forward and back. Stop. Give me a whole episode of the back of the past and continue the fucking story.
thank you, man.
That's good.
Please stop doing that.
Well, they saw the success with The Witcher, so Netflix was like, "Well, yeah."
Yeah. That was hard to follow, though. That was hard to follow.
It
Yeah.
was.
Yeah,
I've read the
yeah.
books and played the games, and still, I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
Okay.
she's big, she's small, she's big. I'm like, what the fuck? Stop
Well,
doing
it was
that.
weird also because it's like, I get that you're supposed to connect with the characters grow up because they got the same-ish hair, I guess.
I guess.
But it's like it's supposed to be a 10-year difference, but it's like, is it?
right.
A 14-year difference, actually.
Was it 14 year? Well, still, it's like
14.
yeah.
How come you
Like,
look 10
it's-
years older? Time dilation.
Right.
And it's what's up for viewers? What's up, Don? Welcome to the show. We're about to end. Anyways,
yo,
hey yo,
this really blew
So anyways,
up. Drop a link.
yeah, dude, that's freaking annoying. Like, if you want to do that, just do one episode straight to the point, and then boom, let the shit hole happen, and then 14 years later,
Yeah, exactly.
whatnot.
Yeah.
Stop the back and forth crap, dude.
Yeah, that was too much, and it's not just one
It's the
episode.
flow
it
that
does
you're
it.
going with the show, and all of a sudden it goes back. You're like, what happened to my worm?
Right.
And then
Oh,
go back
best
to the worm.
character, the giant tardigrade. Little water bear was just mean old
Let's-
The
water.
water bear.
Let's introduce our Alice in this story. Her name is Jade, and she does the whole narration like the original movies. Hi, my name is Jade. It's been 14 years since the T virus got out again. The outbreak happened. you know. And then we see her like chilling. I guess she has like a rabbit, and then she sets up like a hunting camera, and then she pokes the damn rabbit. Stop poking rabbits, man. Leave them alone.
Mhm.
So actually, before she left, like you guys were saying, like she sprays like body spray, and then she puts on this cool necklace, and then she gets nice for the
For the
zombies.
zombies.
Yep.
I would say she is rocking a pretty cool mohawk though.
Yeah,
Really.
the hairstyle is pretty cool.
She like that, like all tied up. I was like, okay, she got it going on.
Kind of cut you want, Edge Lord.
And then all of a sudden, she has an iPad from the future, I guess. And then her daughter and her son, her wife, husband, I think is there. And they're like, there's like, it's been 6 months, come home. It's like, no, I'm almost done. And he's like, but don't they seem like they're chilling wherever the hell they are? Like there's no
Yeah.
stress in their voice. They're like, you know?
Yeah.
No stress. The houses are painted white throughout the block. You know.
I mean, we get to that one, but I'm saying like current situation right now where she is. She's out there in the middle of the city camping out, I guess. And then because when they're talking to it doesn't seem like, oh, my daughter's in danger type of thing. Like I guess they're in a remote safe house. Probably we're gonna get to that later in the season.
Definitely not in episode 1.
Exactly. So yeah, so she goes outside. She pricks the rabbit, and you'll see the zombies.
Yep.
Coming out of the subway and shit. They're all smelling for blood. I guess they're vampires now that you smell the blood, which was never the case, right? I thought they always wanted to feed, but with the brains, no matter what.
Yeah. Because originally the it's kind of like any type of like flesh, the hunger for it, and then now I guess they started smelling blood or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So they like the dark meat now.
I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
And
so
also,
the
they're running zombies from that point. You every time you watch a zombie show or movie or whatever, you're like, what kind of dead we're getting?
Yeah.
You wait to see, and then it's like, oh, they're the running guys. All right, okay,
Yeah.
That's our flavor.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, so the rabbit manages to get away, right? And then she's observing from afar, and then she gets up, and of course she cuts her hand. Why and how? She's like, "Oops, it's okay, I'll be right." And then of course one of the times, like,
Yep.
they
See,
start
this is where it starts again. The believability. It's like she's just not taking this seriously.
Right.
You know.
Exactly.
This is something you've been studying for what she said 6 months or whatever.
Yeah, 6 months.
And you're just chilling there. And it's like, really?
Dude, she's very nonchalant up until that, and then when the 310 to Schittsburg arrives, she doesn't know what to do. It's like, how did you get to this point?
Yeah.
She's like,
Yeah.
this has been your life.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit! Like I never thought they were gonna eat me.
Yeah. What happened? Why did this happen?
Right.
You guys are so mean. Stop.
And I'm something like,
Stop
Better be
it.
careful.
Stop.
Ow.
You're hurting me.
Stop.
Stop.
Don't want a burrito flying at my face.
Stop chasing me.
Steven, stop it! We're not playing no more. Get off me.
That's it. Time out.
So yeah, so she manages to get to the ring of fire. And I don't know how the song goes.
No, you're-
Burns.
There you go, the ring of fire.
Ring of fire.
So she releases the trap, and all the zombies become toasty. And then she sprays the little red powder comes out, I guess, to kill the scent in the air, probably.
It's Axe.
Oh, body spray gets sprayed everywhere. And then there's like a fucking what's it called? A little tremor, a little shaking in the ground. She's like, "What is that?" And now comes from Resident Evil 2 movie, probably. I mean, game, the giant worm.
I think it was from 3. if I'm not
No, it was
mistaken.
3, I think. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. Like, it was I believe in the graveyard. Yeah, where Jill had to fight the worm.
Oh yeah.
Dang.
So we after that we're like, oh my gosh, she's gonna face the worm. Then we cut to the future. No, to the past.
Yep.
I'm like, dude, the houses are so wide in there, and then so clean. Like it feels like there's no trash. It's like a well sanitized
It's
gated
not just
community.
the homes that were white. You get what Barry is saying. You know what I'm saying?
And then we get introduced to our protagonists. We got Jade, which is the future girl that's facing the worm right now.
Yep.
And we got Billy. And we got the dad, Albert Wesker.
Is that who
Played
that is?
by the great actor Lance Riddick, who was from the John. Was that those movies?
On Wick.
John Wick
John Wick,
movies. Yeah.
Who himself
Oh,
is
yeah,
played by
yeah,
Vin
yeah.
Diesel.
I mean, I'll say this though. To be fair, I think Lance Rick is a great actor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
an amazing
He's a
actor.
presence. He's a presence.
Oh yeah, it's just I think people. I heard people saying like, oh, he's not good actor because he did this. Like that's not the case. It's a script. It's the way they produce the movie. He's just doing his job acting.
I gotta say, I think it's specifically because of him that bald guys like myself are typecast. He put me in a hole there.
That's funny. So yeah, so after that, Jade is being a B to everybody, I guess. The teenage attitude with talking back to his dad.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like, is that
Ungrateful.
that doesn't seem like it just doesn't seem right. Right? I mean, I'm not a father,
Right,
but
right.
I'm like, dude, does that
Even
teen-
though, man, this called
did it
respect.
blow up like that? Right? Did they blow up like that? Is out of nowhere?
I mean,
Yeah.
but I mean, to be fair, I mean, there are teenagers nowadays that are like that.
Well, yeah, there's
Especially now.
instances
Yeah,
where acting
speaking when
out,
they're-
but straight up, just
Yeah.
the way she's
Yeah,
acting.
because
It's almost like
when
that.
they're kids, fool.
Yeah, it's almost like that's not the father, right? It's almost like she's just shouting at this person. It was bizarre.
That is true. Yeah.
That's true. So yeah, after that, we flash forward. You flash forward to her running away from the worm. Why the hell do you freaking hide under a bridge where the worm still can see you? Really,
Like she goes under there, then she stops, right? Instead of keeping
like she
crawling.
starts moving. Like, is he gone? The worm is literally outside the bridge, just waiting for her to make him. The worm is like snatches by her leg, and she's like getting flung around. And then she gets slammed to the car. And she's like, oh.
Ouch.
And then the worm stops to take a selfie, I guess. And that's when
Because she's spatial.
and
Eastern is like, oh, we cool.
the worm is looking at Jade. She's like about to eat her. And then you see the scavengers like light her up, like ready, go. So yeah, scavengers. What is this? Left 4 Dead? No, what's the game? Last of Us? No,
It
Left
is
4 Dead. Right?
Left 4 Dead, yeah.
With the motorcycle and the guy.
Oh,
Oh, no.
what is it called? Not
Days
Dying Light.
Gone something.
Yeah, Days Gone. It's Days Gone.
It's Days Gone, yeah.
Days Gone. Okay.
Yeah.
So they Days Gone her, and then she's right there. She's like, is she okay? Check the guy, the girl, and to jack over stuff.
I mean, the way they look, I was first thinking, is this like Mad Max? Was
Yeah.
With the face paint was with the. Yeah. At first, my initial thought was, why do they look like that, and why is she all?
She's all hot
dolled
topic.
up? Yeah.
So yeah,
Like
so this shit goes back and forth. The whole dad issue is like, I don't know why, but he's always testing the kids, drawing their bloods. And after that, we see why, and he injects himself. I guess he created them or something to become his life source.
Oof. That's
Well,
a good
that's a
reason to yell at
Wesker.
your dad.
That's a Wesker thing, though. He has Wesker kids. But right? He has like his lab kids. But I think that mimics. Oh man, I thought I had like a whole deep thing.
Wesker kids, man.
Wesker
Wesker
kids.
kids.
Wesker
Wesker
kids alone, man.
Mm-hmm.
In vitro. Sponsored by In Vitro.
Damn. So there goes to school. A normal day, I guess. The Billy girl
A
is
normal high school day.
in Teslaville.
And then she's a vegan, I guess, and she gets a burrito thrown in her face, and then they start not burrito's not yet. That's later. She's like, oh, I don't eat meat, and then trying to make her eat, and then they start fighting. And then Jay walks up like, how come you didn't punch her? It's like, oh, I don't want to lose control. I'm like, are you gonna Hulk out or something? You don't like to see me when I'm not eating right.
So when she turns into a zombie, she goes, grains.
She's out there in the pasture eating grass.
Is this impossible? Oh, it's so real. It tastes really believable.
So yeah, and then we go. Fuck, I hate this shit. Then we go back to the future. I mean, yeah. And then Jay wakes up like, "Where's my stuff?" And he meets Tate. And Tate is like, "Oh, like we're in a new community of scavengers." And he's like, "Oh, I need to go back." He's like, "You can't go back." And then he's like, "Why?" And he shoots the flare. Goes. You see the bunch of zeros. That's when she describes who they are. The zombies. They call them zeros. After a couple of years, they lose their retinas, and then they can't hear anything, and they're just blindly following blood scents.
Yep.
Right.
Pretty much, man.
Yeah.
Is that how
Fucking
the
losers.
is that how the zombies are in the game? I don't
No.
really know, right?
Yeah, they're not like that in the game.
They just see you and they eat you.
I mean, I remember in the game after you shoot them the first time, they do come back, right? If you don't like shoot them, you know, like really fuck 'em up.
You think about like the remake or the original?
Oh, I don't remember. Oh no, I remember in the remake that's what happened, right? They come back again, and this time they're faster.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
They become Crimson Heads.
Crimson, there it is. Yeah.
So that's only in like the first game, but in the original, like once you shoot them dead, they're dead.
Okay.
Like yeah, you shoot like 5 rounds to the chest, and then they fall down. They slowly get back up, and you can use a knife or a gun to finish them off. But once you kill them, they're not coming back.
Not gonna lie though, the idea of the Crimson Heads though, that was pretty freaky. I remember, I remember playing the remake because I remember it was on GameCube and I was playing it. I played it. I think I could do like a speed through of that game. I played it so much, but the idea of, you know, especially if somebody plays it the first time and you're like watching them and they're all right, I took that zombie out. I'll leave and come back. Yeah, I'm sure they're still dead, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure they're still dead. Where'd the body go? Oh, shit.
So yeah, so after that, the launch and the whatever, we go back to the back, and that's where what's it called? Billy is walking down the aisle, and then she gets fucking smashed. And she's like, then Jade sees what they did to Billy, and she's like, "Billy, wait!" And then she runs off. Oh, you throw meat in my face. and then a couple of minutes later, you see a raccoon face, like a. Creaks up to the back. It's like it reminds me of that Rewind movie. It's called Friday. It's what's it called? Happy Death Day. Happy Death Day with the baby. Remember?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So this guy's wearing a raccoon, and everyone's like, "Who is it?" You know. And then she walks up to that girl that punched Billy in the face, and I guess she gets mollywopped
in the bathroom, right? Somebody's in here.
And then I guess the principal comes and tells like, "Billy," he's like, "Yes, come with me. Is this because then we passed the girl that got punched in the face, like she looked all wrecked. And then they're like, "Is this your locker?" "Yes." "Okay." So she opens the locker and she's like, "The raccoon, it's you."
Oh, the evidence we need.
Pretty much.
Yeah, on her first day, she was able to
do all of that, right?
Costume.
UFC.
And it's funny. And then the dad of the girl who got punched is like, they're like, "I want to press charges. I want to do all this." And then Albert Wesker walks in with the hair flip and the glasses.
I actually like this scene. Like I said, Lance Reddick is a presence.
Yeah.
So his whole thing as the dad was pretty cool. I enjoyed that scene.
Definitely.
I felt like I was put down too. It's like, how many people could do your job? Millions? Thousands? How many people can do my job? One, me.
Unintended introspect there.
Way to make him look like a bitch. Right in front of his daughter. Like, wow.
I know, it's so emasculating, dude. I was like, man.
Flexing on them.
And then yeah, so he used to just wait around and tells the
I was
principal,
expecting his last line would be to look at the other girl and say, like, "You're my daughter now. You leave this guy.
Look after me.
Yeah, you come with me now." Jeez.
I know. And then after that, like he threatens her, like, you want to get fired? You want to get thrown out? You're not gonna work nowhere? He's like, you're not even gonna work at Google no more or whatever. He's like, okay, I'm sorry. And then he made the girl apologize to Billy, and Billy is like, yeah, that's right, B. Flex on him, Dad. And then we fast forward to the future again, which is so bullcrap.
Yeah.
And Tate tells Tate is a guy that helped. He's one of the scavengers. Tate tells Jay that the Umbrella Corporation is coming here. She's like, why? Because I know you're a high value. He's like, so you're not going nowhere. Oh, we got a first betrayal.
Oh.
And then after that, 5 minutes later, we see the Umbrella Corp. What's it called? Hawk, Eagle, the helicopters.
Hmm.
The
They're
black
called-
This was a surprise to me. I thought she was
Flying
working
raccoon.
for Umbrella.
Oh yeah.
I hated the fact that the Umbrella Corp soldiers don't look like we did.
Right, yeah. They're
They're just plain black and crappy ass looking, dude.
yeah,
Nope,
that's why I was
that's
kind of
like
like,
no
yo,
nothing.
this is not that good looking. The helmets, the gear, I'm like, this is the sucks.
I know Kyle will disapprove.
I was watching this, I'm like, damn, bro, me and my team did way better than this.
That's what I'm saying. I was looking at that shit. I was like, man, this is whack ass shit. What is this?
Some discount, 99-cent starch costumes.
Yeah.
Well,
I gotta
well
go
of course,
paintballing
they're led
then.
by great value Jack Black.
I know. I was
Oh,
gonna say.
I thought it was him after. I was like, wait, what? Oh my goodness. I seriously thought it was Jack Black or his doppelganger. Jeez.
They're like, Alice, we've been expecting you. I mean, Jade. Dude, I thought it was Han for a moment. That motherfucker always eating chips, man.
Yeah.
Or hey, what's his name? The green guy from Peacemaker. Where's
Oh,
Cheetos?
yeah, the not the chameleon. What's his
Yeah,
name?
yeah,
The
Judo
Kung Fu
Master.
Judo Master.
Yeah, Judo Master.
Judo Master.
They're working on season 2, by the way.
Are they? Yeah.
Oh,
Can't
hell
wait.
yeah, dude.
Total side note, but
Catch our review on all of them. It was fucking awesome reviewing it.
Time to dance.
it was better than the show.
Anyways, can you really feel it? So yeah, so Tate tells the bargain brand Jack Black that she's over there. She goes, "Good boy," and he shoots him right in the head.
Yeah, dude.
So that was then Jack Black tells the rest of the Umbrella Corp, like, kill them all, and they start spraying everybody. And then Jade, where you going? Jade, come back, and she's running. I don't know. That's not there yet. My bad.
She's not up there yet.
I apologize. No, okay. Yeah, no.
That's when she breaks out and then she goes by the wall.
Oh, yeah, that was the end. Yeah, that Tate, and then she starts running. She starts running, and then she jumps off the cliff, and that's how episode 1 ends.
Oh no, not yet. No. You still
No?
got to go back into the past.
What did I miss in the past?
The infiltrate, the most believable thing I've ever seen. A couple of teenage girls infiltrating
Yeah.
high
dude.
security.
That's episode 2, though. That's episode 2.
But they
No, it was
talk
episode
about
one.
it.
It was episode
Oh,
one.
do they? They break in?
Yeah, they break in.
Oh,
Yeah, that's episode 2. That's how it jumps in there. Because it ends when her jumping off the what's it called? The edge, and then it goes face to black. And then sneak peek into episode 2. She lands on this fucking container. I'm surprised she didn't break her legs, bro.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
She like, I was like, you okay? I'm good.
No, it was episode 1. I remember they broke in.
No, it's episode 2.
What? No,
Yeah, she jacks the keys because then she goes visit her.
because I didn't watch episode 2, and I remember how ridiculous it was. How they
yeah?
just used the walkie-talkie to get in.
Oh yeah, you're right. I apologize.
Yeah,
Just
Oops.
normal Thursday.
It's not what that's for us.
it was totally ridiculous. I was like, that's where I was just like, what? And there's no guard on duty or something.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Not a
Full
single,
Austin
not a
Powers.
single
Not a
person.
single guard.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
And
you're
then-
right. Yes. Go
and-
ahead. I apologize that instant. Yeah, to do a flashback, and then because the dad invited her to the lab, and then while
Yeah.
she was waiting, she sees the tray of rabbits in the elevator, and then this cool like sinister music starts playing when the rabbits are shown like doom doom, doom doom. And that's when after that Billy goes back and tells Jade, I want to go back and rescue the animals. And Jade's like, I don't know if we can. She's like, come on, help me. So then Jade goes, all right, fine, and then go to their dad and then jack their key card. And then they go on their what's it? Their $5 scooters, their e-scooters.
Oh yeah.
And they have these little flashlights that blind the crap out of me too.
Yeah.
So they go to this to back to the lab, and then she looks up to the camera. Of course, the lights beaming on them. He's like,
Wait, what was his password? Spock rules 1 2 3.
Oh yeah,
everything is Spock.
They got into the computer too. Oh my goodness. No wonder the T virus got out. Lack of security. Oh my goodness. Dude.
But
Yeah,
there's just
dude,
videos of people being murdered and village cities being nuked.
Yeah.
Right.
You
So,
don't
It's
even
happened.
get your
They don't put
password.
them in a folder or anything. The video's just there. My goodness.
so before they go in, like it has a voice recognition, and I guess he has a recording like Albert Wesker, open or whatever.
Right. Right.
So before they open the door, like the door sliding doors opens, like welcome, you have an hour of recess time or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
Unbelievable.
they managed to go all the way down where the rabbits are, and then tell me why like she starts just opening all the damn doors. Like, oh, what does this do? Cling, cling, cling. And yeah, I know we skipped some minute important details like the video that the leader of the woman showed up of the Umbrella Corp shows Wesker about the attacking TJ in Tijuana.
Hmm.
About the zombies uprising.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Oh wait. Oh, and Billy gets bit by the dog.
yeah, we're about to go. So she
Oh,
unlocks
okay.
this there's this cage, this black, it's like a vault that we put money in, and then she looks, there's like temperatures and reading and everything. So she scans it, it opens. She goes like a
That's the
little
most horror movie part of the whole thing. It's like, stay away from the door.
Why would you open it?
Yeah, dude.
What are you doing? So much. What?
You just hear like,
Yeah, I think it would have been more better if like she looked through the window, or
Yeah.
like a little hole, and then it charged at her, but it started breaking through the door. Then they run
Yeah.
instead of her like, I would open the door.
I know.
If I don't open it, the story
Yeah.
can't continue.
Yeah, that's why when I saw it, I'm like, at first I thought like, God, you're the most dumbest son of a bitch ever. Like you hear the growling, you hear all this stuff going on. Don't open the door. I was like, oh, there's a puppy in there. I want to open the door. Opens the door.
help him.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not a puppy. It's a mean dog. I gotta get out of here.
Run!
Well,
So yeah, so the dog, the undead
You don't know how
Rottweiler.
strong he is. They can't determine whether he's strong or not.
right,
You need
right.
break glass? I don't know. Maybe you can try again.
When you want to release the T virus, just break glass.
I know. So, yeah, I felt that if the Cerberus broke through that metal door, then that would be more like, oh my god, versus like, there's a key card, opening the door. Oh no,
And another funny scene where there was a chase that did the Jurassic Park hiding in the kitchen thing
Yeah, they did. That's
With the-
right.
with the with the holographic bear was there like, oh no. The
Yeah,
dog's like,
yeah.
what is this? So yeah,
my
so they managed all the way to get to the front of the door, and then of course it's a lockdown with a cool song going doo doo doo. And it's all turning red, flashing. Like we can't get out, and all of a sudden they bust a Stone Cold Steve Austin, the glass breaks. Down.
Hell yeah.
The dog goes straight after Billy, and then takes a chunk out of her neck.
Yeah.
No.
Not the dog. I thought she dead right there. I was like, damn, they killed Billy, man.
That's not how these zombie shows do.
And then
Nope.
Jade picks up the fire extinguisher and smashes the crap out of the dog so easily. So yeah, so Jade's like, oh my god, it's my fault. And then we flash forward, and that's where you see Jade like running to the platform.
Yeah, that's when you see the leap of faith.
Yep.
She's like-
Whee!
She's like, wait, what are you doing? She's like, click, 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 click. Fade to black. And that's how episode 1 of RE Netflix series end.
Yep.
Will you guys continue it or just drop it?
I already watched the whole thing, man. I'm just like, I don't think I want to see season 2.
Dang.
But to be fair, like I mentioned before, if it wasn't labeled as Resident Evil, I actually would enjoy it. You know.
It's just like the other show that we watch. What's it called? All of Us Are Dead? Or
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that Korean.
Oh, the Korean show.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
so
that had a more.
that one was interesting because it's the perspective of this high school kids trapped
Right,
in
right.
a school, right? And what was interesting about that show is them trying to figure out what to do. You get to see
Right.
the process of trying to escape.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
ending wasn't the best for me, but I enjoyed that show. That show. Was
I'm pretty sure
good.
they're
Yeah.
gonna come back
Oh, the ending.
with 2.
Um,
When she jumps off, she's like, bye.
But yeah, my honest feeling after watching the first episode, like I said, dialogue, all that stuff, a lot of stuff bothered me. But at the ending, would I watch episode 2? I mean, I am interested. Unfortunately, I've heard so many people review this. I'm like, I'm gonna waste my time. I don't. To be honest, it didn't really hook me.
We just gotta put it 2 times speed, man. You just go speed through it.
Or watch like a recap of everything and like, oh yeah, okay, that's how it is.
Yeah.
Loki, that's how I've been watching Game of Thrones, like the previous episode, and getting like, oh, okay, I get it now.
What? Oh,
Condensed version. Yeah.
yeah.
So, sorry about that. I don't hear it. Final thoughts on the series. I mean, this episode. Starting with the Hitman.
I'll keep an open mind. I like to see different timelines and different stories and different ideas and play on existing characters. I do like some wiggle room as much as I say like stick to the source material. I also like to see other people's ideas and concepts at play. So going forward, yeah, like I want to see what they do with it and if there's any new or interesting surprises. Plus, if our girl gets a new hairdo,
How about you, Base? You
Didn't
continue
hook
watching?
me, but I'm definitely gonna give it a chance. Always believe in second chances. So
Oh, ouch. Okay. Depends who deserves a second chance, right?
yeah, depends. Yeah.
Cousin Neil?
It's
Damn,
tough.
there
I
it
mean,
is.
it's
Sum it
just
up.
because, here's the thing: there's so much other good stuff to watch, right?
A lot,
Again, I
man.
have to like.
So much.
There's so much,
coming
only
right
so
now.
much time in the day. My issue, yeah. Do I want to know kind of what other stuff happened? Sure, but again, the dialogue, the writing, it's very generic, very poor. I can tell these people aren't that good at what they
They're not
do.
even
Just
fans, man.
even like okay, there's a scene where the 2 girls are talking, and I believe it was Jade was describing Billy. Remember the last school you used to be like a bully and you didn't take shit and da da da. Where's that? She's describing
Oh,
Billy
yeah.
to us. It's called exposition. You're just describing. You show us what type of character she is. You don't tell us what type of
more
character.
flashbacks.
Yeah,
She's
they just
only
do
up the
that.
fish. Like, I'll get you next time, gadget.
Like that's just poor. That's poor writing. So there's a lot of that stuff peppered out throughout the series, and I don't have a lot of hope. But yeah.
That opinion is pretty on brand with the berry face.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It
true.
is.
Yeah.
The whole time I'm
I miss Barry. Give me Barry. I want more Barry, dude.
Yeah, some wild berry.
Hmm.
How about you, Kyle?
Oh man.
All right, since you already seen it, what's your
Yeah.
overall thoughts?
No.
There you go. It's like-
It's no, it's I can't. I want to tell you. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to ruin it for you guys. I don't spoil for you or anyone that hasn't watched it yet. But I'll. That's my answer. No, if it wasn't Resident Evil, then yes. But no, I was hoping that the later episodes it would get more interesting. No, and
Did I was follow question? Do you think that the main characters rubbed you the wrong way?
yes, definitely. Like
You
the
guys-
main
how do you
protagonist,
feel
she's
about
like if you think the first episode had a lot of flashbacks and that's it, no.
No.
I'm sorry to say this, but that is not the case. Like that's why I'm like no, because
A lot of DeLorean action.
Yeah,
I thought our retrospective was long, but damn, that's what I hate. Like, if you're gonna do that, just give me one episode of, like I said, the backstory. Boom,
Yeah.
get it out of the way,
yeah.
and let's go. Let's go for a ride. Enough with this back and
I
forth.
think I'd rather just watch a Let's Play of the previous games.
Yeah.
Just go through those cinematics of there.
Yeah,
Just watch the whole movie, man. At least it's well written.
yeah. I mean, like to be fair, like in my opinion, it's because again, like I love Resident Evil since like when it first came out. So maybe
Yeah, of
that's the reason
course.
why I'm very like, I guess I'm not open minded about it. I'm very like
Protected of it. You know, you want
Yeah,
it to be nice to
Cross off.
represent.
yeah.
Well,
You
let
know-
me ask this: since you are a big Resident Evil fan, was there
Yes.
enough fanfare in the show for you? Was there member
I mean-
berries?
To be fair, bro, like there were some references.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, oh, hi, that's funny. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, they had that. Like, and then that was it. There was nothing like, oh shit, it's like holy shit,
Yeah.
It was more like, oh, that's funny. Okay, all right, cool. All right, oh well,
Yeah.
that's cool. All right, yeah, all right. It's a lot of that, bro. That's why I'm just kind of like, I don't want to.
There
Trash
are
talk
name
it.
there is name droppings, but there's no correlation to
Right,
the characters. You know that
right,
you want to
droppings.
see. Huh?
right. Like I hate to say this, but if I had to, and again, it's hard to compare from the Welcome to Raccoon City versus the TV show. I'd rather watch Welcome to Raccoon City, and I hate that movie.
Ooh.
Damn.
Yeah.
son.
Oh, that's
Damn.
It's but again, this is my own personal opinion. Like I do believe, like overall, if I'm not thinking Resident Evil, it's actually a pretty good show. The
Gotcha.
back and forth is very annoying, and like you said,
Yeah, because it kills the momentum of
It
what you
does.
have.
It does, man.
You know, you're
Yeah.
getting high, tense moment, go back. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
leave it, let it hang.
Yeah,
Feel
exactly.
the
yeah.
emotion, feel the dread, feel
Like,
the action.
Right. Like if it was
Stop
like
killing it at the end.
right, if it was like one episode of flashbacks, okay, or maybe like one episode and then like maybe the second to last episode had like continued on that flashback, then yes, then okay, that's understandable. But no, there was more flashbacks in the actual present day. You know what I mean? That's what kind of killed me.
Mhm.
That's why I'm like, oh, dude, this is. It's like for me, I felt like I was forced to watch it.
Oh, that's the
It's
worst
a
feeling.
chore.
It's
Yeah.
a chore.
Just
That's
to
the worst
finish
feeling.
just to
It's
finish
no
it.
longer entertainment, right? It's just
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just too,
Yeah,
too
like
quick to
no,
get it done.
like and then that's all I'll say. That's why like that'll be my two piece on it for now until you guys watch it, and then we can continue the conversation. But as of now, no, that's gonna be a big no for me, man.
It's gonna be a no for me, dog.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But I do recommend at least watch it and get second or do a recap. Do a recap of it, see how you feel.
Yeah, probably we'll touch upon it back later down the road. We'll conclude our final thoughts on it.
Right. Like I honestly believe that you four can do a better Resident Evil TV show or even a small fan film than this director.
I think we should start. I think we should. Kyle, you're in it already.
Exactly, man.
Unfortunately, I wish I still had my airsoft guns because that would be great. We could use those, but I got rid of all of that because I have like all the real stuff now.
Yeah, it's
But
all
what I could do is I could teach you guys like I could teach you guys like different type of tactics and drills and all that. That way, it looks really authentic. Doing like a 4-man team, and how to clear a room and all that. I could teach you guys a little bit about that. So,
But how about teaching us how to catch our breath in between moving around?
that's where. Honestly, you're not wrong, because even for me, like I'm a pretty big guy. It's when because I had done a class where we're clearing a makeshift room, and you just got you get winded out because you're wearing like the real things, like
the vest and the guns
Kevlar. Well, I have a plate carrier, so it's a real thing. It's like about 40 pounds without like magazines or equipment on it, or comms on it. But it's but yeah, I can kind of like teach you like a little bit of that. The breathing part, it's start to get in shape, guys. Even for
you gotta learn that on your own and stuff.
Well, what do you do if somebody throws a burrito at your face?
Like, okay, well, is it the same girl? Like, if the same girl threw a burrito at me, or is it like some random person?
Just sweep the leg, bro. Just sweep the leg.
Cobra Kai style, bro.
Sweep the leg, bro. That's all you gotta do. Just sweep
Honestly,
the leg.
if someone threw a burrito at me, I
Eat it. Yeah,
I would be upset, but I would eat it and be like,
yeah, don't waste food.
Like, don't waste. Yeah, I would say like, don't waste food.
I think it's like Chipotle burrito would knock you the hell out, though.
Oh yeah,
That's like a human baby in a tortilla.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my god!
You don't even know how. Like, imagine how what if anyone were to customize a burrito, how much meat to put in it. Yeah, I'll rather just go to the hospital at that point. Like, yeah, no, I'm knocked out. I'm done.
But look, for real quick side note though, okay, I happen to like flashbacks, and if you look back on episode 34 of Hitman and the Zombie, you guys get all that?
Bro, I was tripping out on my. I was literally looking at a zombie, and I'm like,
it's 34. Like,
yeah, that's why I was like,
ding,
is
ding.
that your own TV show?
We're gonna edit it in post.
There we go.
Well, flashback, if they're done well,
It's gonna be suggested right here what it is. It's suggested.
Right.
Nothing.
Nothing. Yeah. So yeah, guys, that's our love and passion for this franchise, man, and we're looking forward to someone actually doing it right for the damn last time, or someone actually gets it right, man. Because this is ridiculous, man. How many attempts already fell shut down? You know what? Let this franchise just be like the Batman movie. Just axe it. Just leave it alone.
Yeah,
no more touching.
Yeah.
Leave it alone until you have a proper story, a proper director. Leave it alone.
Right.
Stop hurting the IP,
so
man.
many countless zombies, movies, and TV shows. It's kind of it's hard to wow the audience nowadays.
I'm ready for another Underworld, man.
Reanimating a dead horse.
Yeah.
I will. Sorry, I'm gonna interrupt, but I was gonna say I will see this though. Like, there's a lot of like major fans out there. They make some pretty good short films on YouTube, and I'm like, yo, these are actually pretty good, and they're actually better than the actual live action films, though. And I'll try to find them, and I'll link.
But yeah, because they care about it,
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what? Getting my little Avatar berry here. I rewatched the intro for the first Resident Evil game.
Nice.
It still holds up. The tension with the dog chasing after you. You're like, oh my, run! It's just like the freaking like in Jurassic Park. Where is it? Where the raptors are chasing the people?
Yeah.
I think that's the second movie. But
yeah, it was. Second movie,
side note: since we're talking about Jurassic Park. If you guys are done watching Resident Evil, may I suggest, if you're a fan of movies, if you're a fan of visual effects, on Disney Plus, they released the ILM Light and Magic documentary, and it is beautiful. It's superb. Nowadays, the movies that we watch, all the VFX, all the great magic that we see on screen is thanks to all the people that created ILM and George Lucas. And you get to see the struggle that they had to go through to make the first Star Wars. And all the technologies that we got now is from all that. It's pretty amazing stuff. So.
All right, my peoples, plug your stuffs. Basehead, where could they find you?
Twitch.tv at unaveragegamer.com.
And I'll post the links below. Hitman, anything you want to plug?
This is my main BZ. This all.
Cousin Neo,
Yeah, watch Hitman and the Zombie. Watch
tell them
them.
about your cool bison.
Was that? Oh no, it's okay. Just watch Hitman and the Zombie.
Okay. Senor Kyle, do your magic.
You guys can check me out at Instagram.com/heavyarmstactics. That's the only thing I have for social media wise.
In your OnlyFans?
Yeah, we're not supposed to talk about that. You don't even know
Oh
about
my
that.
God, kids are watching this.
That's
I
heavy.
may be
fingers.
I may be wearing a speedo while holding an AR, but that's
Yeah.
a secret. No one must know about it.
As long as you know how to crack that barrel.
Yeah.
No, I feel safe already, man. I feel safer already.
Don't worry, I
And
got
he's,
you guys. No worries.
And he's been also working on his what's it called? The end of Resident Evil, where the guy who becomes Nemesis, his arm ripples. Just remember?
Oh yeah.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
He did the little arm twitch thing, so he has a video up doing the arm twitch thing too.
He
Oh yeah.
turns into Sonic the Hedgehog.
On recent stories. Yeah.
So catch Steve on Average Gamer and Mr. Kyle at Heavy Arm Tactics.
Bro, I'm about
The
to
links
follow
will
you
be
right
in
now. I'm
the
about to follow you right now on Twitch, man.
Thank you.
No problem.
There you go. Look at that. We're all spreading our love everywhere. And we'll be back next week with a mystery review because we haven't figured it out yet. It could be Sleepy Hollow. It could be The Thing. It could be anything.
Ooh, The Thing.
The
Ooh, that's a good
Oh my
one.
Oh, the thing.
Dude, say no more.
Yeah.
I guess we rang the bell or something.
Yeah,
Is
that
that
one.
is
That's
that
a
one
good
Carpenter?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's John
yeah.
Carpenter. Yeah.
there's one hunk Carpenter. And guys, if you want to follow us, our name is everywhere: Instagram, the Hitman and Zombie Show, YouTube, same, Twitter. Catch on Twitter. We haven't been posting as much, but we're getting our bearings. And also, we're gonna put our merch. So you could click the link and get your goodies. My goodie. All right, guys, for the Hitman, Basshead Steve, and our cousin Neo, and our
Yo.
special guest, Kyle from Heavy Arm Tactics. I am the Zombie. This has been the Hitman and the Zombie Show. Till next time, much love.